Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOSLC Whitney Rose gives ICU update on daughter Bobbie. RHOSLC star Whitney Rose is giving an update on her daughter Bobbie, who was rushed to the ICU on Monday, October 7th. She had a severe asthma exacerbation and that forced the ambulance to be called. So, how is Bobbie doing? And is she recovering well? Keep reading for more details. Whitney Rose gives ICU update on daughter Bobbie. It was a terrifying day when Whitney Rose shared that her daughter had been rushed to the hospital. Bobbie is just 14 and the mother-daughter duo have an amazingly fun and close relationship. So, when Bobbie's asthma sent her to the ICU, Whitney called upon her community for prayers. She put a message in her Instagram stories, hoping that everyone could help heal Bobbie. The RHOSLC star has been on the show since its inception, so she has amassed a huge following. Then on Tuesday, October 8th, Whitney shared a Bobbie update. Whitney, once again, took to her Instagram stories to give a quick update, but it was more of an appreciation post. She explained that Bobbie is currently still in the ICU, and though there are slight improvements, unfortunately, there are no big updates. She did express immense gratitude to all who sent out prayers and noted how she could feel them working. More so, she recognized Primary Children's Hospital for all they have done for Bobbie. She has a long way to go, but Whitney noted she is so brave and strong. Whitney Rose shares Bobbie with her husband, Justin Rose. They also have a son, Brooks, 11. The two tied the knot in 2009, and their marriage has been documented on RHOSLC, now in its 5th season. She works as a jewelry designer and is also into body care. That has been an issue this season while her marriage has had its struggles. Justin was fired from his job when Whitney started to amass reality fame, which shocked him. He has since found another job, but they have worked through a lot. Now, they are handling this horrible family situation. No matter the drama on RHOSLC, fans really like Whitney Rose. The 38-year-old receives a lot of praise on social media as viewers adore her. Hopefully, Whitney will focus on the love during this painful time to get her through. Sending love and light to Bobbie for a swift and speedy recovery. Plus, do not miss RHOSLC Wednesdays on Bravo. In the glitzy, drama-filled world of the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, RHOSLC, Whitney Rose has often stood out for her boldness, honesty, and dedication to her family. However, recently, her normally sparkling demeanor was dimmed by a terrifying personal ordeal. Fans were left stunned and heartbroken when Whitney took to social media to share the news that her daughter, Bobbie, had been admitted to the ICU following a sudden and unexpected health crisis. The weeks that followed were filled with worry and concern for Whitney, her family, and her many supporters. While Whitney Rose is no stranger to the public eye as a housewife on one of Bravo's most popular franchises, she has always been fiercely protective of her children. Her daughter, Bobbie, only occasionally makes appearances on the show, and Whitney has been mindful to balance her reality TV career with keeping her children's lives private. So, when Whitney decided to publicly share this vulnerable moment, it wasn't just a shocking announcement. It was a deeply emotional plea for love, support, and prayers. The initial shock, Bobbie's sudden illness. The ordeal began when Bobbie, Whitney's eldest daughter, started experiencing symptoms that raised alarms for her family. What began as a minor concern quickly escalated into a life-threatening emergency. Whitney described in a recent Instagram post how, overnight, her daughter's condition deteriorated, forcing them to rush Bobbie to the emergency room. Whitney revealed that Bobbie had been experiencing difficulty breathing, severe pain, and unexplained symptoms that doctors were struggling to diagnose. "It's every parent's worst nightmare," Whitney wrote in her emotional post. One moment, she was laughing and being her usual bright self, and the next, we were in the hospital, being told our daughter needed to be admitted to the ICU. I've never felt fear like that in my life. The post was accompanied by a photo of Whitney, her face pale and eyes swollen with tears, sitting beside Bobbie's hospital bed, her hand clutching her daughter's. In the picture, Bobbie was hooked up to machines, tubes running from her arms, and oxygen helping her breathe. The image was heart-wrenching, a stark contrast to the glammed-up Whitney we are used to seeing on RHOSLC. Fans were quick to flood the comments with support, prayers, and well wishes for Bobbie's speedy recovery. Many fellow Housewives stars, including Meredith Marks and Lisa Barlow, also sent love to Whitney, showing that despite their on-screen feuds, the women of Salt Lake City can come together in times of crisis. Inside the ICU, a mother's pain. For Whitney, the days following Bobbie's admission to the ICU were nothing short of agonizing. The doctors worked around the clock to stabilize Bobbie, but Whitney admitted that the fear of the unknown was overwhelming. "It's like you're living in a nightmare that you can't wake up from," Whitney confessed in a video update posted to her Instagram stories. "You sit there, and you're watching your child, helpless. There's nothing you can do but wait and pray." Whitney detailed how difficult it was to explain to her younger daughter, Brooks, what was happening with her big sister. "Brooks is only 8, Whitney shared. "She's scared, she's confused, and she doesn't fully understand what's happening. I'm trying to be strong for her, but inside, I'm terrified." The emotional toll of the situation was evident. In a rare candid moment, Whitney opened up about her struggles with anxiety, revealing how the stress of the situation was affecting her. "I've dealt with anxiety for most of my adult life, but this is on another level. I'm trying to hold it together for my family, but there are moments when I just break down." Whitney's raw honesty resonated with many parents and viewers, reminding everyone that behind the glitz and glamour of reality TV, the housewives are real people dealing with real problems. The turning point, a ray of hope. After days of uncertainty, Whitney finally shared a glimmer of hope with her followers. In an emotional update, she revealed that Bobbie's condition had stabilized and she was responding well to treatment. Whitney expressed her gratitude for the outpouring of love and prayers, crediting the support from her fans and friends for helping her get through the darkest days. "We finally have some answers," Whitney said in a video update. "The doctors think they figured out what was causing Bobbie's symptoms, and they've started her on a treatment plan. She's not out of the woods yet, but she's improving, and that's all we can ask for." Whitney did not go into detail about Bobbie's diagnosis, opting to keep that part of her daughter's health journey private, but she'd assured fans that Bobbie was receiving the best care possible. "We're taking it one day at a time, and I'm just so grateful to the incredible doctors and nurses who have been taking care of Bobbie." Whitney also took a moment to reflect on how the experience had changed her. When you're in the middle of something like this, it puts everything into perspective. The drama, the fights, the show, it all just seems so trivial when your child's life is on the line. All that matters right now is Bobbie's health and our family. For now, Whitney is focused on her daughter's health and healing, and she's grateful for the lessons this experience has taught her. "This has been the hardest thing we've ever been through as a family, but it's also reminded us of what's truly important. Family is everything." As Whitney Rose continues to navigate the ups and downs of life in the spotlight, her strength, resilience, and love for her family have never been more apparent. Fans will undoubtedly be rooting for Bobbie's full recovery and for Whitney to come out of this experience stronger than ever.